Welcome to camp, everybody. We started to unpack and then the GoPro turned off, not because it decided to turn off, but because it was in battery saving mode and it turned off because I hadn't hit record. Anyway, you haven't missed very much. We've only done a little bit of basic unpacking. We've got a foam mat in there, and we've brought the flex capacitor with us because we have a few additions this trip. Unfortunately, one thing I did forget, and I know I didn't put it in, so I'm not even going to bother looking for it, but one thing I forgot to put in, which was really silly, was bug repellent. I got plenty of cream for bites, well, enough cream for bites, but I did forget bug repellent, so that's particularly silly. We do have an Ultralight Dog. I thought Lassie was a bit too heavyweight for wild camping, so we've got an ultralight dog this time. This is Lizzy, Lizzy the Yorkshire Terrier. But over there is a glider, funny glider thing. Yep. Not seen one of those here before. Ow. I think he needs a bit more wind. It really is not very windy today. I think he's really struggling there. If you're watching, Shane, we still got a few of your dog biscuits left. I've put them down for Lassie. I must admit, I'd forgotten. I forgot to give some of them to her, and then I found them again the other day. We've brought a few bits with us. I've got some little jackets to put on Lizzy, because quite likely, you know, it might get cooler later. And obviously I can put the foam mat down for her. I've brought the cricket with me, so we will have a play with the cricket tomorrow or the next day, probably tomorrow, and we will seal it as well. That's the cricket inner, and that's the cricket in seal poly. Extra towels in case it rains and Lizzy gets wet. Obviously, I don't worry about Lassie getting wet because she's the ultimate wet dog. I did put, good job, I did put plenty of these things in, because if the bugs become too annoying, then, you know, at least I can hopefully scare some away with that. I got a curry thing, a beef and potato hot pot. They've said they're going to give me another 10% discount code, actually. Apparently the Hobbs sickness is obviously spreading because they like my videos, bizarrely. And they said that I want to have another 10% code thing. So we will at some point get, they did offer it a while ago, but I said I didn't camp for the last month. So I said, there's no point in doing it. There's another towel there. I said, there's no point in doing it for the moment because I'm not really going to be around too much camping. So that's something that we'll probably action maybe the end of August or something like that. The time, it's 10 to 8. We actually got here, I think it was about 7, something like 7. And obviously we've been, you know, setting up and trying to avoid getting eaten. I brought this thermarest with me. This is an old one. I've had this for quite a long time. This is the Pro Light, not the Pro Light Plus, but this is the standard Pro Light. So I'm hoping that and the foam mat for me, and then there's a bit of foam mat for Lizzy as well. You're an ultralight dog, aren't you? You're the ultralight dog. You can't get much smaller than you. Hey, you're gonna have to. I think you're gonna have to come inside there. Hopefully, she hasn't picked up any ticks. I did bring a little comb with me, so I'll probably, before she comes in, I'll probably just run the comb over her, just to, if there are any ticks, just to knock them off. Oh, oh. This is nice. Oh, I think this. Oh, wasn't that bizarre though? I mean, glider thing scooting past. How strange. Oh, let's see. We've got to get the bedding out in a minute, Lizzy. Did you enjoy that, Lassie? Oh. Obviously, we won't bring Lizzy too often, especially when it gets very wet and cold. She's not exactly built for the outdoors like Lassie. Oh, let's see. Okay, all right, look, we're gonna have to get the bedding out because it's gonna get dark in a minute, and we could probably do with getting a brew on. Yes, I know you're very beautiful, Lassie, but you're wet now. Oh, let's see. Oh, let's see. Oh, you're just gonna settle down there and just go to sleep. Is that the idea? Oh, oh God. Oh, let's see. Oh, whoop. All right, let's get the bedding out. Come on, we've got to do something. We can't just sit here and do. We can't just sit here and do nothing. So that's basically, we've got, and not too much really. So that's the original MLD Spirit Quilt 48. So that's the one with the with the infamous Velcro on it. So I'm going to transfer my bits of string and cordage and things like that from that one. I basically kind of brought that for Lizzy really, over to this new one, and we'll maybe also have a look at the two, and that's probably something to have a nose at as well. And then obviously I've got the inner, the sleeping bag liner. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I tell you, the walk-in was fun. I hope these biting insects take a hike, because we were walking in up there. It's a bit more than 5 minutes, Ant. And the troll. I like calling you a troll. You're not a troll. I think you're a decent bloke, Ant. You just like you just like trolling a bit, don't you? You like your bit of trolling. Anyway, we were walking along over there, and it was really hot. And I always wear a long sleeve shirt, even when it's very hot. It just protects me from the sun, and obviously gives some protection from the bugs as well. And I was sweating, or as my granny used to say, it's not sweat, it's you're perspiring. Anyway, I was sweating my ass off. And these flying ants were just everywhere, like a million flying ants. They were just surrounded me, but they weren't biting. But they just surrounded my head. And there must be dozens of them. It was a lot anyway. And I thought, oh, thank goodness they don't bite. I thought, thank goodness they don't bite. And I had my hat on, and I thought, well, if I take my hat off and and do that, maybe, just maybe, they will they will scoot. Anyway, I took my hat off, and the bastard things, something just started literally eating my head, my neck. Oh my God, they went down my shirt. They were just, I don't know whether they were just like, you know, doing their stuff without doing anything, just like investigating. But I wonder whether taking my hat off felt like a threat or something, because they just, all of a sudden, they just like started eating me. So I don't know whether I've got many or any bites on my neck, because I can't see my neck. So if I start itching or something, I'll put some cream on. Anyway, we're gonna have to get into bed and settle down for the night, because it's like I said, it's 8 o'clock. It gets dark at, well, sunset is 8:35, and twilight goes on until 9:13. So we've got half an hour before the sun sets, but we've still got an hour and a half. Sorry, an hour, just over an hour, hour 15. An hour 15 of twilight. I feel so lazy. I don't want to move from this comfy chair. Oh, there's Lizzy running off. Oh, we're not in any rush. Oh my goodness, you charging around, are you? You found some more energy? I mean, heck. Oh, Lizzy. Oh dear. Oh, hang on. Let's put you. Come on, let's come and say hello then. You want to say hello? Is that what it is? I was gonna have a biscuit then, Lizzy. Oh. Oh, look at you two. Oh, Lizzy. Look, you want to come up? Where are you going, Lizzy? Oh, Lassie. Oh, you want to come up here? Oh, come on then. There you go. Oh, there we've got a bit of sun. A bit of a bit of cinematic sun. Oh, come here then. Oh, Lassie. Yep. Good girl. Oh. Oh, God. Wait, I didn't. You've just because you two have had something to eat. You've had something to eat, and then you got mad. Oh, Lassie. All right, we got to settle. Look, the sun's going down. Look. Look. Oh. Look at the sun. You know, if the ladies and gentlemen, they don't want to look at me. They want to look at you and the sun. Yeah, that's a pretty sunset. All right, I'll tell you what we'll do. Well, it's almost too late to do a bloody sunset now, isn't it? But what we'll do is we'll do a sunset.